on the bottom instead of on the top like most other cars. I love cars where the license plate takes precedence over the exhaust. And of course, in addition to just looking embarrassing, the exhaust also sounds awful. Take a listen. This little S logo for SX. The cost of that, $10. There's a little rubber cock at the top. You press it, and then the door opens up like a pickup truck door should. And when the door opens up, you can see the rubber cock. This thing makes a Honda Fit look like a pickup truck. There's also a window on the V10, and it's lit, and the door has 222 separate areas of windows on it, which is just crazy. But that's what you get if you get a Volkswagen and you not spend a lot on the door window options. Now, next up, one of the first things you notice when you open the door is when you'll quickly find that the interior is rather basic. This is the craziest thing about the seats is how Japanese they are. It is not the 6-point harness. Instead, it's the 6-point harness, which has a little S logo on it, again for SX. That's not an option. Of course, it is not. And the cost is $738 million. Just to have a little S logo in your cock. Seems ultra cheap. Next up, if you go down further, it has a little cock. Now, you might be thinking, where exactly is the engine stop and start button? You have the stop and start button in the middle. They've prioritized the stop and start button over the engine stop and start button, the mark of a true off-road SUV. But how do you turn this thing on? Well, it turns out the engine stop and start button is up here by the mirror. If you want to start the car, you reach in, push that button, and